Well, first at 4, a Chatham County man originally accused of felony murder took a plea deal this morning. WSCV's Sarah Smith was in the courtroom for the plea and the sentencing. She's got more insight from a local attorney on this somewhat controversial decision.
Well, 25-year-old Sean Antonio Campbell Jr. pled guilty to aggravated assault connected to the murder of 42-year-old Timothy Lewis on Newcastle Street in 2022. But the court found that Campbell didn't mean to shoot the victim, who was like a second father to him. According to Campbell's attorney, there was a disagreement at a block party on Newcastle Street and multiple people pulled out their weapons. There were some conflicting statements about who shot first. Campbell's attorney said there's no concrete evidence that Campbell was the one who shot the victim and claims he was shooting in a different direction towards a different group of people. The attorney says the family agreed with this lesser plea and Campbell was given first offender treatment, but he's currently facing charges for 3 other violent crimes, including allegedly strangling a woman in February of this year. Local attorney Michael Schiavone said he was shocked to hear that he was granted bond over and over with a pending felony murder case.
I'm kind of surprised the judge didn't put him back in immediately if he got one arrest while he was out on bond on that charge after having been on a leg monitor. Now that would be a surprise.
Campbell was sentenced to 10 years probation, but is in jail for the February 2026 aggravated assault. He pled not guilty in that case and requested a jury trial. More on this on News 3 at 6. Sarah Smith, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Sarah, thanks so much. New developments in an officer-involved shooting earlier this year in the Lowcountry. SLED did not recommend charges against a Hardeeville police officer. It all started in the early morning of January 26th, where reports show that Jaden Holloway Caldwell caught on camera breaking into a car at a Hardeeville motel. 2 officers tried to take Caldwell into custody. He resisted. During the scuffle, one of those officers was shot in the leg. And when another officer came to the scene, SLED says Caldwell pointed a gun at him, and that officer said he was, quote, in fear for his life, going so far as to say to himself, "This is it. I thought it was my time." So that officer opened fire, hitting Caldwell in the back of the head. He later died of those injuries. Video surveillance footage confirmed what the officers said about the incident. SLED investigators determined there was no reason to take this case to a grand jury, and the officer acted within his rights and duties. Well, WSAV is your local election headquarters, and the South Carolina Senate has now rejected a measure that would have fast-tracked efforts to redraw the state's 7 congressional districts. 6 Republicans, including Senator Tom Davis of Beaufort, voted with Democrats today, causing the measure to fall short of the 2/3 majority it needed. This may actually make it impossible to pass redistricting before early voting in the South Carolina primary begins next Tuesday. Republicans looking to break up South Carolina's 6th district, which is currently held by Congressman Jim Clyburn, who's the state's only Democratic representative. Of course, we'll keep monitoring those developments directly out of Columbia. And at the same time, South Carolina Senate Democrats now condemning Republican efforts to redraw those congressional maps. They say if the new lines are ultimately approved, any ballots cast before they take effect will be thrown out. That means those votes just won't count at all. They say redistricting usually a lengthy process because data and guidelines have to be considered.
Whether you're Republican, Democrat, white, black, we're all South Carolinians, and this affects all of us as South Carolinians. So we need to be able to send a strong message to the senators that this is not acceptable. We want people to listen to the voters.
Now, South Carolina Election Commission reminding all you voters, if the redistricting bill passes, it still only moves the congressional primaries. All other races will take place as scheduled on June 9th. Remember that early voting period set to open next week, Tuesday. That's May 26th. Now, for more on redistricting, as well as anything else you may need for elections, including a list of those early voting locations for the South Carolina primary, just head to our website, wsav.com/electionhq. A part of the Coastal Empire mourning today after the Ogeechee Judicial Circuit confirmed that District Attorney Robert Busby has passed away. WSCV's Evan Smoke has more on exactly how county leaders are reacting.
Here in Bullitt County, multiple officials are reeling from the sudden loss. The Ogeechee Judicial Circuit contains Bullock, Effingham, Jenkins, and Scriven counties. Busby was elected in 2024 and was set to serve until 2028. His death was confirmed by the Bullock County Coroner's Office, who says a cause and manner will be determined by the GBI Medical Examiner's Office. He is believed to have suffered a heart attack while working out Friday morning. Bullock County Board of Commissioners Chairman David Bennett tells WSAV the loss will be felt for years to come.
I've watched as he's gone in there and made changes within the district attorney's office, and I think he's done a lot of good there. And I was very excited about what he was bringing, not just to Bullock County, but to the Ogeechee district. And you know, his presence will be missed here.
Busby's Chief Assistant District Attorney Jillian Gibson will assume the title until a successor can be appointed. Reporting in Statesboro, Evan Smoke, WSAV News 3, on your side.
The family of a woman killed in an alligator attack has settled their lawsuit with the Hilton Head Island community. 69-year-old Holly Jenkins was killed by an alligator on July 4th, 2023, inside her Spanish Wells neighborhood. Now, she was found face down in a community pond with that gator nearby. The suit originally said the neighborhood made no effort to protect residents and there were no signs or any effort to cull the growing group of reptiles in the area. Court documents show that the Jenkins family settled the suit for an unknown amount of money. Recent drought conditions in South Carolina now have the town of Ridgeland asking folks to conserve water. The water department asking people to limit watering, especially during the heat of the day, as well as delay washing your cars and turn off the water while you're brushing your teeth and take some shorter showers. The state of South Carolina has declared a severe drought for all 46 counties. And a big day for Beaufort County schools. They're breaking ground on not one, but two different huge projects to improve learning and opportunities for students.
3, 2, 1, whoosh.
This was the scene at Beaufort High School this morning for the beginning of a new career and technical education building. It's got nearly 11,000 square feet of classroom and lab space for trade programs, as well as construction and public safety and firefighter training.
It's going to offer excellent real-world, hands-on opportunities for our students that they can leave high school with and go out and be contributing members of our society.
We plan on participating with them, being here with them, helping them as much as we can. It's a recruitment tool for us. We're going to be able to identify young men and women that come through this program that could be great future firefighters. Our intent is to offer them jobs at the end of this program.
The project, being paid for by money from the 2023 school bond referendum, should be open in August of next year.
1, 2, 3.
And Ladies Island is soon going to have a brand new middle school to call home. The school system broke ground on a new 84,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility today. The new learning center will be on the same site as the current school, which was built in 1984. That one's going to be open for students in January of 2028. And there are officially a new set of Marines on the front lines. The golf company held graduation ceremonies at Parris Island this morning. The event allows graduates one last moment of pomp and circumstance, reconnecting with their families after a grueling boot camp experience. Congratulations to all the graduates, as well as just Semper Fi. You can see a full listing of all the commencement dates for counties throughout the Coastal Empire and Lowcountry on our website. Just visit WSAV.com/graduations.